All day. We're going to hear from both head coaches. Ryan Clark will break down that spectacular performance from Josh Allen. It's real early to talk MVP, but if you handed one out tonight, it'd be him. We're going to have live look-ins to a close one in Cincinnati. Jaden Daniels is having a tremendous game for the Commanders against the Bengals, who want to avoid what happened to the Jags tonight, which is falling to 0-3. As for the game, it was 6-0 after the Bills scored on. He said it's like an SEC stadium on Saturday night. You get Bills Mafia on a night where they're ready to party, and they had every reason to. Just before we get football, X's and O's, give me a sense of your appreciation of the vibe in that place tonight.
Look, I started experiencing it as a young kid back in the 80s coming up here when my brother played here, and it's just amplified times 1,000 now. I mean, this is how this place is. You're right. It is like a college atmosphere, from all the tailgating as you come in here to the fans arriving early, and then the way they just enjoy the football itself. The better the Bills play, the louder they get. The louder they get, the better the Bills play. And it's just an avalanche, Scott. It's an avalanche for the opposition. If you cannot do something to neutralize this football team, this crowd will take you out of it.
But this is a night, Lewis, where if you're playing video games on rookie settings, this is what you're going to do. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to Jacksonville, because I think it's just basically Allen and Buffalo at their ceiling. You talk to the coaches and players leading into a game like this. I have to believe that this looks like the best version of what they could hope to be. Is that a sense that you have as you watch them play?
No question about it. And I think it's because this football team, one, knows who they want to be. Sean McDermott has been searching for this kind of formula for a while now, and I think now he's hit it. And they're not even at full strength, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But they are dominant up front on the line of scrimmage. They have the best offensive line in football. They have three backs that can absolutely bludgeon you and catch the ball out of the backfield, as you saw tonight. They have tight ends that will block and can get open. They have wide receivers that will block and can get open. And they've got a quarterback that can take advantage and maximize it all, and it's all led by Coach Brady. So it's just really all working. On the defensive side, they have a defensive line that can stop the run internally. If they get you in third down, they've got guys who can come off the edge between A.J. Epinesa or Greg Rousseau. Von Miller's not even a starter.
Yeah.
And he's one of the great pass rushers of all time in this league. And he's coming off the bench. He's like Mariano Rivera. I'll close this game out for you. And then in the back end, look at all the 6th, 7th round free agent guys that look like first rounders. They're in the sweet spot right now. And they are going to spell trouble for this league if they can keep everybody healthy and keep ascending.
Jacksonville, on the other hand, Lewis, they spoke of urgency. They hoped to put an end to whatever was troubling them coming in. Instead, they're on the wrong end of this avalanche, and they're now 0-3. And I don't care. The money's the money. I mean, quarterbacks all get paid a ton of money. So take that out of the equation. I just want to know how this football team, in late September, is able to dig their heels in and stop what this is, because this is a mess right now. What do they do?
Yeah, this is their moment of truth. It was the moment of truth before this game. But now you know what you need? You need the football character to come to the top, to rise to the top. The football character in their best players. This is something that's held true ever since football's been being played. Your best players have to exhibit the most amount of character right now to say, we've had enough. Talent, I don't think, is the problem on this football team. They have some deficiencies that they're going to have to address in the offseason. But they have too many good players who are not able to lock in for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and even out their performances to where they don't have embarrassing moments like this. Because it's not really a talent issue. It really is a mental issue, that fortitude to be able to say, look, I'm going to do exactly what the coaches do, rather what the coaches tell us, pre-snap, post-snap, in between plays, communication, down after down after down. And we've talked to their players about that, about how do they go about achieving that. And see, everybody talks about consistency. Well, this team just needs to be more consistent. This guy needs to be more consistent. It's easier said than done. I don't care if you're talking about sports or anything else. How can you lock in, eliminate the clutter, and focus on the task at hand? This team has not been able to do it. And they are searching. And the best players are going to have to lead them out of it. And it's going to start with the quarterback.
I want to close with this, Lewis. We're all from somewhere. And you wore that Pitt uniform. I know your affinity for that university. I know what that place means to you. I know what the people that wore that uniform mean to you as well. So did Damar Hamlin. And there was a Monday night in Cincinnati none of us will ever forget. A young man nearly lost his life. The comeback is complete in a sense, not that it's over, but he's back playing. He gets a pick tonight on a Monday night, on a night where Joe and Troy are in Cincinnati again. It's just, I said when I threw it back to them, it's a goosebumps moment. You're there in that place. You watch this young man have that moment. As best as you can put it in human terms, what did it mean to you?
Look, Damar Hamlin is an inspiration to us all. The journey that he's been on, Scott, is something that really would have caused or could have caused many people to really have issues that really would prevent them from ever doing the kind of things or attempting to do the kind of thing that he has done, which is to return to the game that almost ultimately cost him his life.
Yep.
And that journey has been something that every step of the way he has had to face, and he's had a tremendous amount of support behind him, starting with his family, the support of this organization, the support of his teammates, but most importantly, coming to grips in his own mind with what happened and then whether or not he can go ahead and then continue onward to play this game that he loves. And he told us, he said, you know what? I believe that the training staff has my back. I can play free now. I've come to grips with what has happened, and I'm still working through it. It's going to be a continuing process. But he is an inspiration in every sense of the word, man, when it comes to resilience and fortitude and taking it step by step and focusing on a process that will lead you back to where you want to get to. And I'm telling you, it couldn't have happened in terms of the success that he has had in that interception tonight to a better young man. The University of Pittsburgh and all of its alumni, I'm sure there was a lot of non-dry eyes throughout the country, throughout Pitt land, when they watched this young man, considering what he has been through. It's amazing.
I'll give you both a hail to Pitt on the way out, man. That's the good stuff. You guys, I know, are so proud of his journey, which continues, and it continues tonight as Buffalo rolls. I appreciate you, Lewis. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Of course, man. Thanks.
Các bạn vừa xem xong video phân tích của chúng tôi. Sau đây sẽ là video hướng dẫn cách làm một chiếc vòng tay của TMC David Sky như thế này. Bây giờ các bạn bắt tay vào làm cùng mình nhé.